Well, it kind of started in our garage when Kevin figured out that he could take something that he grew and make it into alcohol. That's kind of how it all started out. We just started dabbling in the winemaking, and then it tasted good. You know, you had friends over, pretty soon everybody wanted a bottle. We planted our first grapes in 2009, and then we started building in 15, and we opened June of 2016. Your first year, after you plant your grapes, the first year you cut them down, you let them go crazy. The second year you cut them down to the ground, and then the third year is when you start letting them develop and you train them and you let them bear fruit. Our grapes are cold climate grapes, so they're bred to grow here. Right now we have 6 varieties and then a number of test grapes from the University of North Dakota. We have a vineyard in Bismarck that we buy from. We buy from some vineyards in Minnesota, and then we also buy from some vineyards in Iowa, and that's just because they grow the same kind of grapes that we grow here. You pick, they come in, we run them through the crusher, and then they go into the tank. Now, as we're waiting for the other grapes to come from the other vineyards, because we're done harvesting, we don't have a whole lot. What we have here is mostly for looks, just because the time it takes to be a grower. 3 to 4 months for your grape wines. The longer they set, the better they get. The fruit wines, we can turn over tanks every 3 months. Some are sooner. It just kind of depends on the numbers and the sugars and what the fermentation process is doing. We have our cherry wine, which is the Buas cherry that we're bottling today. That one is just so unique because the cherries are all so different in the taste that it gives. You're not going to find a Buas cherry in California, and they don't make fruit wines. I think that's why our wines in this part of the region in North Dakota are so special, because it's just not grapes, it's whatever we can grow. We have an automatic corker. We do have a label machine that works when it wants to. We have a bottler also that fills the bottles with wine, and a sparger that does the sanitation. Our menu is very, very simple. We do a lunch special every day. If it runs out, it runs out. If we have enough, and we serve it till it's gone, basically. And then we have a select little menu with charcuterie boards. We just put soup back on because the weather has turned cold. We do some great flatbreads, some really good dips, a couple simple desserts. Very simple, but yet a little bit of something for everybody. And it's amazing how many people go from state to state looking for wineries. We are Harvest Host members, where we host travelers. It's a cute little thing that you join up, you pay a subscription, and then you get an app that tells you where all these hosts are. So the people come in, they spend the night in our parking lot in their RVs, they eat, they drink, and then they push out posts about the time that they had here. We do have a selection of hard alcohol too, because not everybody drinks wine, and then domestic canned beers also. Whatever is flying off the shelves at the liquor stores, we kind of get a few of those things in here too. A little bit of something for everybody. When the wind blows and the farmer plants wheat, it just looks fluffy. It started out as fluffy hills, but we only have one hill. So then we went to the fields, and it just kind of stuck, and it was catchy. And it worked. Nobody else had a name like it.